Hey you guys, how's it going today? Hope everybody's doing great. Great to see you here on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Ryan and this is Grassroots Gardening, and we discuss everything gardening, landscaping, and plants. And today I'm going to show you guys how to take care of black spot fungus on a rose. So you see this really beautiful Peggy Martin rose behind me has developed a black spot, and I'm going to show you guys how to take care of it right now. So I noticed this last week starting to develop, maybe even 2 weeks ago, and I've been meaning to take care of it. I just haven't had the time, so figured I'd make a short little video and show you guys how easy it is to take care of this. This is a fungus that is spread by water. It loves humid conditions, and we have had the rain lately, y'all. It has just been raining every day for like the past month, and you can see this fungus is absolutely loving these conditions. Let me see how close I can get in here. So you can see why they call it black spot, because obviously it just makes these little black spots all over the leaves. But if we don't take care of it now, it could lead to either the death of the plant or for sure just open up the opportunity on a sick plant for bugs to come in and really do a number on this rose. So this rose, I've done a video on it before, I'm pretty sure. This is Peggy Martin. It's a climber. As you can see here, I put this trellis up on our little shed down here, and excuse my projects in the background. I'm halfway painting some of this stuff. I like to jump around from project to project. I get bored, and then my projects just sit. But nonetheless, excuse the mess. I planted these probably 3 years ago. I've got one on either side of the shed here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. But it's a wonderful climbing rose, and in the spring it is absolutely beautiful. This whole thing was just pink with roses. And intermittently, as you can see right now, it will put out a rose throughout the summer, but spring is its main, that's showtime for this thing. And she really does an amazing job. This one, it's got a really cool backstory, which I'll tell you real quick. So during Hurricane Katrina, this thing was 20 feet under salt water, and this lady, whose name is Peggy Martin, this rose was 20 feet underwater. And for like 2 to 3 weeks, something crazy like that. It's one of the only plants that made it in her yard. So it's a super tough rose. But anyway, that's how it's got its claim to fame, was surviving under salt water for an extended period of time in 20 feet of water at that. So really tough rose, but we got to help it out. And what we're going to use today is this chemical that we sell a lot of at our nursery, which is Grassroots Yard Supply in Graniteville. And it's Rose and Flower Care. Now you can use this on different plants. You don't have to use it just on roses. You can use it on hibiscus, all kinds of good stuff. But I really like this one because it's super easy, and it's really, you know, people come in with these leaves with black spot. I'm like, hey, just get this. It's going to take care of it because it's 3 in 1. So it's a fertilizer and an insect control, and also a fungicide. And you see right there it says black spot, and that's what we've got. So this is a really good product, super easy, and can you know, not only feed the plant, but it helps control the bugs, and you've got your fungicide all in one application. Super easy. And so of course it has all the instructions right on the back here. This will control the diseases for up to 6 weeks. We really should have put this in when we planted them, and then every 6 weeks after during the growing season. But you know, life is busy, and sometimes you just don't have time to do that. So, but we've got to do it now because it's really spreading on this rose. And what we can see right here, let's see, what was I going to show you guys? Okay, how to apply. Apply granules to soil around base of plant, sprinkling evenly into the area under the branches. Work granules into the top 1 to 2 inches of soil. Water thoroughly after applying. And then it says for flower beds, sprinkle granules evenly over the bed, cultivate lightly into the soil, and water in thoroughly. So we need to use 1 capful, and I forgot where I read that at, but 1 capful per rose, and then we're just going to work it into the soil and water it in. And all I'm going to use to do this is this little 3-tine garden fork. I'm just going to kind of disturb the top layer of the soil all the way around the plant. This will kind of help the granules fall down into the soil and get down to the roots. So this is a systemic type of chemical. So obviously the fertilizer will systemically, go into the plant, but then also the fungicide and the insecticide too. And I see we've got some ants down here too, so doubtless will help with them, seeing as it is a systemic. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle this 1 cup all the way around without getting pricked by the thorns, hopefully. Just going to sprinkle it all the way around the base of the plant. Then we'll take my little tines and just kind of further help it. Basically, all we're wanting to do is when it does rain, which we're supposed to get rain this afternoon, this is just going to help the chemical stay in the root zone so that when it does, well, we're going to water it in with a hose in a minute. But if you were to do this in an area where you didn't have irrigation, you're waiting on the rain, it's just going to help those granules stay put until the rain can come and melt it down, and then the roots can absorb it. But I'm going to go grab the hose right now and just water this area in. Not a crazy amount, wash the chemical away, just enough to wet it, turn it into a soluble, uptakeable, is that a word? Maybe? You all know what I'm trying to say. Make it melt so the roots can grab that chemical, suck it up through the plant, and get rid of this black spot. I'm just going to click our little garden sprayer over to the shower setting, and we're just going to lightly water this chemical in so that it can get on down to those roots and start doing its thing and help this Peggy Martin rose out. Because like I say, if you were to leave this black spot, it wouldn't probably kill the plant, but it's going to make it sick, and anytime a plant gets sick or weak, then you have the possibility of bugs and other diseases jumping on board, and then it could kill it for sure. So it's good that we're going ahead and doing this right now. Now we're going to go over here and get this other guy. We're going to do him in the exact same manner. Get rid of my little solar lamp for a second. These weeds, oh my God, they never stop around here. So we're just going to, again, disturb the area around the rose a little bit. All the way around the base. Let's go ahead and get us another capful. I love this product because they make it easy. Like, they don't give you some crazy measurements that you've got to sit there with a calculator and figure out. It's just very simple. 1 capful per rose plant. We'll sprinkle it in like that and go ahead and incorporate it down into the soil a little bit further. And then I'm going to go ahead and just push my rock mulch back up around it. That'll help it stay in place even further. Okay, now we'll just come in just like on the other guy and just water this material, this chemical, right on down. This, like I said, this just makes it melt and makes it usable and obtainable to the roots of the rose. And again, we're not going to put so much water till we wash all the chemical away. We just want to saturate it real good so that it melts and the rose can get it and use it. And we'll go ahead and just put our little solar lamp right back in the ground. It is as simple as that, guys. Now, that rose can absorb all that chemical, take it on up through the plant, fertilize it. So we should see some greener leaves soon, and that'll just help, get the plant healthier. And then, of course, the insecticide, if we do have any bugs on it, it'll take care of that. But most importantly, is now it's got that fungicide in there, and it can help fight off the black spot. This plant over here isn't as bad, but I will tell you guys, this is probably the best case scenario for a climbing rose because it's not super thick. They're not planted close together. The airflow is really important to helping control the fungus. And we've got plenty of airflow because it's up high, so nothing we did wrong there. It's ideal conditions for a growing or a climbing rose. But nonetheless, it's got it. But if you were to come in here and prune to try to increase the airflow, want to make sure you wash your pruners before you, and disinfect them before you go to another plant, because you could carry this disease right onto another plant. Let's walk around to this side. I'll step up in this chair real quick and we can see just how bad it's got it. This side looks okay. Even the new growth looks just fine, but right up here in this area, you can see for sure it's liking its home. This is a more shady area of the plant, and that fungus loves that shaded, humid environment, and that's when it'll really take off and spread a lot. But she should be okay now, you guys. Man, it is some kind of hot out here. We're in July right now. I think we're 95 degrees today or something, so it is super, super hot. Hopefully the phone won't overheat before I get done with this, but that's it, guys. That product makes it super, super easy to fertilize and fight bugs and fight the fungus. And now Daconil is another product that I have used in the past, but it's strictly a fungicide and it's liquid. But if you've got it real bad, you know, that's going to be the quickest way to get it on those leaves and to get the problem taken care of. And also, I'll put a link in the description below. If you just click more or something, I think down there, it'll show you the description of the video. I'll put a link to any of these products that I use today if you're having this trouble. But this one's a really, really easy fix. And I mean, anybody could do this one. So appreciate you guys watching. Always just remember, the more you know, the more you grow. And we'll see you on the next video, guys. Y'all have a great day.